What's up, everybody? I'm Dante.
I'm EJ.
And we're the Dragon Geeks!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our channel. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about how Goten and Trunks were completely wasted in the entire series of Dragon Ball Super.
It's honestly real tragic. Unfortunately, the Dragon Ball universe decided to sleep on several characters. Today we're focusing on Trunks and Goten. One thing that really gets me about them not being in Super, here they are, they fuse, become Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, and run Boo's ass. They could have killed him. Where are they in the entirety of Super, though?
Exactly, it's like they're completely forgotten. And let's take it back to Dragon Ball Z for a second here. Let's talk about Goten and Trunks a little bit. So what a lot of people try to say is that, well, the reason why they're not as important or utilized like Gohan was as a kid is because they say, well, Gohan grew up differently, which he definitely did at a young age. I mean, he saw his father getting beat up by his uncle, and he was practically kidnapped by Piccolo, so he was forced into fighting. He was forced into it. But at the same time, Goten and Trunks, they wanted to fight. And, I mean, they did grow up differently from Gohan, but at the same time, they did see their family and their friends get killed by Majin Buu. So I think that really should have done something for them a little bit, you know?
Exactly. I think what ended up happening in Super was they had to do this whole balancing act. Because in Super, just about everybody is overpowered. Piccolo is like a Super Namekian god or some shit like that. Goku and Vegeta are both Super Saiyan Blue now, which makes them god level plus. Goten and Trunks could have easily killed Frieza.
Yeah, and we'll get to that Frieza topic in just a sec, because we're going to start from the beginning of Super here. So my problem with Goten and Trunks, especially when they fuse into Gotenks, is now it seems like they're more used for comic relief, sort of like Krillin used to be. Mm-hmm. And my example for that, let's look at Battle of the Gods, the movie. Gotenks shows up to fight Beerus. Obviously he's not going to put up a fight because no one else did. But he attacks Beerus and Beerus spanks him and he drops to the ground, which was pretty funny. But then we look at, not Resurrection F, because Goten and Trunks were not even in the movie Resurrection.
What is y'all doing?
Like, seriously. And, you know, I'm happy that they put them in the actual arc for Dragon Ball Super. But then again, you know, Gotenks just shows up and he kind of headbutts Taguma in the nuts or whatever. And then he just kind of diffuses and he goes and hides. Like, what the hell? Like, that's another, I'm like, they're completely wasted. They're made out to be useless. I mean, even if they diffuse, the Super Saiyan Goten and Super Saiyan Trunks could still wipe out more than half of Frieza's army on their own.
Exactly. Even Krillin held his own. I mean, he was scared shitless at first. He was on the verge of wetting himself until Master Roshi came along and said, dude, you're so much stronger than you think you are. Krillin started whooping ass. So you're going to tell me that a couple of half Saiyans who are Super Saiyans can't do the same? Sorry, I don't buy it. Somebody dropped the ball big time right there.
Seriously, and you look at how strong, we're taking it back to Dragon Ball Z here, how strong Gohan was. And Gohan on Namek was about 6 or 7 years old.
Roughly, yeah.
He was around that age on planet Namek, and he was fighting Raccoon. He stepped up to Dodoria.
Yes, Gohan wasn't scared of nobody.
Exactly, and the Ginyu Force were much stronger than Frieza's men were in Resurrection F. And so I'm like, Goten and Trunks were both stronger than Goku and Gohan were at that age. They're a lot stronger, so there's a lot more that they can do. So we progress and go a bit further in Dragon Ball Super. We have the Universe 6 tournament. And I didn't really expect them to pick Goten and Trunks. That was fine. They had Buu, Piccolo, Vegeta, Goku, and Monaka. So that one didn't really matter. But then you had the episode where Goten and Trunks go to that other planet and they fight that like pink gooey Vegeta thing. Mm-hmm. And that was another one. They fused into Gotenks. I was like, well, obviously Gotenks is going to kill him easily. Just turn Super Saiyan 3. But then Vegeta had to come to the planet and bail them out, and then Goku had to come to the planet. So another missed opportunity to give Goten and Trunks some shine.
Truth be told, not only is it a balancing act at this point, trying to make sure that our heroes aren't completely overpowered, I think they're just riding Goku's dick a little bit too much. Let's call it what it is. That's why we don't see much of Goten and Trunks, and they're trying to give Gohan his superpowers back. Why not do the same for these two? If we continue their training and put them through more battles, they're easily going to reach Super Saiyan levels 2 and 3 on their own.
Seriously, especially how much they enjoy fighting.
Exactly.
So, and then, we move a bit forward even further to the Tournament of Power. When they were assembling the teams together and they said it's a team of 10, I was like, well, we're going to see Goten and Trunks on that team, obviously. Now, don't get me wrong, I am very happy that they included Master Roshi, Krillin, and Tien Shinhan, because I love those three characters, and they haven't got a lot of burn in a long time. But why would you not pick a couple of Super Saiyans over, two of them? Master Roshi, for example. I know that they explain, well, they don't have the fighting experience like the rest of them do. But there is no way in hell, if you ask me, Master Roshi, after not training for years, he can hold his own in a fight better than Goten or Trunks, Super Saiyans. That doesn't make no damn sense.
None whatsoever. Not to mention, this dude is old. How many more super-powered Kamehamehas does he have in him before his body just finally gives out? Seriously. This dude's not going to last too much longer. And like you said, I love Tien Shinhan as much as the next guy, but even Trunks and Goten are still better choices over him.
And something I forgot to talk about, back to the Frieza arc, the Resurrection F arc. So I know that power scaling is a bit messed up in this show, as we all know.
Oh, definitely.
But with Gohan not training for a while and him being much weaker than he was before, Piccolo was a Super Namek at the time, so he's stronger than a Super Saiyan. So is it okay to assume that Piccolo was the strongest on the squad until Goku and Vegeta showed up? Is that correct?
I believe that would be correct, yes.
Okay, so except when Piccolo was fighting Shisami, the red devil-looking dude on Frieza's team, he was fighting him, and Gohan stepped in and had to help him.
Ah, yeah, okay. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so Gohan stepped in and took care of that. But at the same time, we all know how strong that Gotenks is. So if Gotenks showed up, then he would have been the strongest on the entire squad.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Frieza got his level up and whatever, but there's no doubt in my mind also that Gotenks could have defeated Frieza. Maybe that's just me, but I still feel like he could have.
I'm sure he could have. To be perfectly honest, I don't think the Golden Frieza transformation was as powerful as they made it out to be.
Yeah.
And I get this from thinking about the DBZ movie Cooler's Revenge. Now, I know it's not canon, but, okay, we take things up a notch with this whole new transformation. Frieza, Cooler, their family, they get extra super powerful. Goku still whooped Cooler's ass just at Super Saiyan level, base Super Saiyan level. For that reason, I do not buy that Golden Frieza was powerful enough to justify the Super Saiyan Blue transformation, especially since they are actually explaining Frieza is burning through his power reserves. As rapidly as Frieza burned through his power, there's no way in hell Goten and Trunks would not have been able to take him. Especially if they were fused as Gotenks.
Exactly. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, there's just no way. So, just to talk about Goten and Trunks a bit more, we take it back to Dragon Ball Z. They had so much, like build up, like, they were ready to give them a push, like, they were ready to take over and be the next stars. So basically, I mean, Goten turned Super Saiyan while training with Gohan. We saw that for the first time. Mm-hmm. And Trunks surprised Vegeta when he turned Super Saiyan. Now, do me a favor, go back and watch that fight in the tournament. It's 2 episodes, Goten versus Trunks. That's one of the best fights in Dragon Ball Z.
It is.
It really is.
It is.
And the sad part is, that is the only time that you really see Goten and Trunks get some shine in the series separately. Because I know that later on they fuse into Gotenks, which is pretty cool, but you don't really get to see them fight separately. You don't get to see what they can do. Which is why, I know it's non-canon again, but personally, I actually do like Bio Broly, the movie. I know that they messed up Broly and it was pretty stupid, but at the same
Bio Booger.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, you see Goten and Trunks, they're fighting separately and they're kind of the main guys. You don't see Piccolo, Vegeta, or Goku, or Gohan for that matter. The only backup they had was 18 and Krillin. That was really cool to give some other characters some shine. It's okay to do that. We know that Dragon Ball is the story of Goku, but he has plenty of allies who can do some serious damage. So that's why I'm like, it's just really sad that Goten and Trunks were completely wasted in Dragon Ball Super. And to make things even worse, I'm gonna bring up what none of us like to talk about, Dragon Ball GT. The sad truth about Dragon Ball GT, Goten and Trunks got a lot more shine in that show than they're getting in Super. They did.
That is a depressing truth, because, oh, we're gonna get hated off for this one. GT blows. I'm sorry, GT was not good by any measure. It was decent at times, but you know what? Let me pull it back, because that's a whole other discussion for a whole other time. But yeah, it made me mad. Goten somehow got stuck on planet Earth because he was talking to his girlfriend on his cell phone. Trunks, not only did he have the lamest character design in that show, he really was not good for much. He was barely more useful than Pan.
And that's true, but at the same time, when you get into later arcs like the Super Android 17 and when they fought Omega Shenron, at least Goten and Trunks fought.
Yes.
And my thing is also, you see that Goten was a ladies' man. You know, he was kind of a horn dog. And Trunks, he owned Capsule Corp, and he was with Pan and Goku for most of the series. You at least saw some character development.
True, that's true.
And it's like in Super, there's no character development. They're just two annoying kids, basically. They're just kind of there. And there was kind of a missed opportunity in Super also. I skipped the Goku Black arc. Goten was not really even around for that. But, you know, Trunks, it was cool to see Trunks have interaction with Future Trunks. And it was cool that, you know, Trunks kind of got Future Trunks' mojo back when he said that they, you know, you're supposed to be a Saiyan, and they have their little fight, but the whole episode wasn't even on the fight. I really wish that they would have just showed the full-on fight there. And there was just a missed opportunity for that, too. Honestly.
Speaking of missed opportunities, spoiler warning! Zamasu being destroyed by Grand Zeno. I don't care what anyone says, Trunks finished that dude off with his friggin' spirit sword. Sorry, Kuwabara.
Okay, you're getting off topic.
I know, but it's still technically about Trunks.
No, we're talking about Kid Goten and Kid Trunks. That's another topic for another
It is
video.
another topic, but still.
Anyway, there was another scene in that arc where Goten and Trunks said, we gotta do something, we gotta go and help him. And I was thinking, well, they're probably gonna go back to Future Trunks' time and they're going to try to help. They're gonna fuse into Gotenks, they're gonna do what they can to help. But no, they weren't allowed to do that. There was even another scene where Goku was going to go train with Whis again, and Goten asked to come with him. But Chi-Chi found out and said he had to stay home, and Bulma made him stay home and stay with Trunks. And I'm like, each time it's like they want to give him a little push, let them do something, they just pull the rug from underneath us. And it really sucks, because this is the son of Goku and the son of Vegeta. There's so much that you can do there, and we're just not doing anything at all with it.
And you know what? I just had a thought. What happened to the Goten and Trunks who actually snuck into the Adult World Martial Arts Tournament under Mighty Mask? What happened to Goten and Trunks not giving a damn about the rules and doing what they want to do anyway? Why aren't we seeing that anymore? Now all of a sudden they listen to the all.
It really does.
They should have jumped in that time capsule and given Zamasu hands.
Seriously, but what I would like to see in the next Dragon Ball Super arc, or, you know, whenever they reboot Dragon Ball Super, because obviously it's coming back, what I would like to see, I'd like to see Goten and Trunks grow up into teenagers, hopefully cooler than they were in Dragon Ball GT,
Yes.
and let's let them do something, you know? I mean, Gohan and Goku are both around, so obviously Goten wants to train. He looks up to his big brother and he looks up to his dad, and Trunks is constantly training with Vegeta. So, I mean, as they get older, they should get a little smarter and wiser when it comes to battling. So let's stop making them be kids. Let's grow them up, even if they're around Gohan's age when he fought Cell. Like 11, 12 years old. Like, if they're that old, at least they'll be a bit smarter. They can be a lot more helpful on the battlefield. That's what I would like to see. So what would you like to see once they bring Super back when it comes to Goten and Trunks.
Honestly, I agree with you. I'd like to see that same thing. I'd like to see them grow up a bit. I'd like to see them become stronger fighters. I just want to see them be more utilized in Super. Like, yeah, I've got all the love in the world for Goku and Vegeta, but let's not make this series all about them. Goten and Trunks are just two of the characters who are just supremely underutilized.
Seriously.
Let's bring back Gotenks and have him hit Super Saiyan Blue. I mean, shit.
Yeah. Well, personally, that's all I got. I think we hit every bullet point here on why we think that Goten and Trunks were completely wasted in Dragon Ball Super. I mean, of course, there's more characters that I feel were wasted in Super, but again, that's a different topic. So
That's many different topics.
definitely, but let us know what you guys think. You know, leave a comment. Let us know if you agree or you disagree. Tell us your favorite Goten or Trunks moment, or let us know what you would like to see whenever they bring back Dragon Ball Super.
And please keep discussions in the comments section civilized. We don't need anybody twisting words, getting bent out of shape, and calling names. Let's all be nice to each other because, let's get real, nobody likes an internet gangsta.
Well, alright, well, my name is EJ,
I'm Dante
and this has been another episode
of Dragon Geeks.